Outsiders, hello, I'm Tony from the Outsider channel here with you once again today, and I've got a chicken tortilla sandwich. That's not a real thing. Of a vid for you today. We're going to Laguna. It's my favorite place to ride if you haven't noticed. The one thing I like about the ride we're doing today is that it switches things up. It's a big loop, valley to valley in Laguna Beach, Aliso Viejo area. A lot of Aliso is just up and down. You do laps, not today. Also, I'm with my co-pilot, Pupper Pip. Pip, say hi. Who is that? He doesn't know what's going on, but he just likes to be along for the ride. Also, I'm going to Starbucks right now. I don't know why I said that, but I quit coffee and now I'm on an iced green tea kick. That is all I got for you today. There's a lot of yapping in the video, a lot of riding, so I'll send you over to my other side. Without further ado, let's get to the ride. All right, we're at the Willow staging area, parking lot, boom, boom, boom. We got the CX-50 Mazda right here. We've got the YT decoy right here, and I've got a little fun, little helpful tip for you guys. If you haven't invested in a dollar rug, when you go to parking lots like this, when I need to change my shoes and put my knee pads on, instead of getting your socks all gross and dusty and dirty before even the ride starts, boop, boop, get a little cheap rug, throw it down on the floor, put it with your stuff. We're crossing streets, we're going up things, we're coming down things. I'm gonna show you a really fun loop that I've been doing a lot. Onward and upward. All right, first things first. We gotta head out of the parking lot. Instead of going left up Willow into Laguna Wilderness Park, we're going up stair steps across the street from here to Aliso Woods. Try not to get killed on the way across the street, Tony, because this is all of a sudden really busy in the summertime. All right, if you cross the street, just head down to the right-hand side a little bit and you're gonna come across Phillips Drive, Phillips Road. I don't know, but it's a dead end. That's good news for once, because we're gonna climb up this sucker, and stair steps is at the bottom of this driveway, and we're gonna head up into Aliso Woods. All right, stair steps, bottom layer. On the left, it's a pretty steep road. Watch out for fellow riders sometimes coming down this sucker, because it goes both ways, but a lot more fun riding down it. Eventually, you're gonna come to a hike and bike spot. Intermittently throughout the trail going up, there'll be some rideable sections and some stuff you want to take a break on and just hike the bike up. All right, once you get towards the top, you're going to come to a fork in the road. If you guys haven't done stair steps before, it's a good chance to go up left, just hike up without your bike and take a look at the waterfall section. If that's something you want to do, that's going to be the double black line. I've done that plenty of times. There's videos on that in here in the Laguna playlist. Today, I'm going to come down the B version, which is a little bit faster, a little bit more flowy. I honestly just think it's more fun these days. I have more fun on this section, but you do you. Yeah, who says you don't get a workout on an e-bike? It's all relative. It just depends on what you ride. And there's the entrance to the double black, the waterfall right there. We're gonna head right up the hill and head up Rocket. The cool thing about Rocket, anyway, I like, not only is it a blue trail with some black in the middle, but it's a good warm-up trail. You got this downhill ahead of you before you even get to the trail to kind of get your bike felt out a little bit, shake off them cobwebs, take a left back into this hill as well. It is the summertime, so it's dry as hell. And you're gonna hear snakes along the way. Just be glad you can hear them before you see them. Watch out in the summertime, especially on these trails in Laguna. Well, anywhere in SoCal, you're gonna get those diamondback rattlers that like to come out, especially in the middle of the afternoon. I've seen plenty in my day. I don't know if you heard that, but there was one right there. We're in their habitat, you know? Can't get mad at them. These are their outdoors. We've just kind of like taken over their spots a little bit. It's all right, we can share. All right, Rocket. Get a little bit of a wind up before you head down. You guys are probably familiar with this trail, but I'm gonna talk about the trail because a lot of people are new to the channel and maybe haven't seen a lot of the trail guides I've done from over the last few years. Why not get a freshener, you know? Rocket's one of the best trails in Aliso. It's good for hiking as well, so watch out, especially on the weekends. You're gonna get smorgasbords of hikers on these trails because they're easy to access, and Laguna's a popular place to come. Dropping in here. We're gonna come into what Rocket's known for here. The largest rock garden I've ever been on.
And like I always say on here, not that. There is a line in here somewhere, folks. Definitely more chunky in person too. But bring whatever bike you got and just deal with it. Woo! That last bit, if you got the speed going, just throws you wherever the hell it wants to. Whoop. Thank you. Rider coming. Thank you. Thanks, guys. You need help? I can help you. Here, guys, good luck. Always nice helping some hikers. They were lost, and they were nice enough to get out of the way on the tricky part of the trail, so I was able to show it to you guys. Bit of a step up. You got to slow down, balance it out, and you got a pitchy climb at the end of there. You saw it. You saw it. From here right now, it's a pretty fast section of the trail. Nice and flowy for Laguna, I'd say. Not really flowy, but flowy for the area. But as flowy as you're gonna get. You got some flowy turns up here. I'm gonna stop using the term flowy, because if you've actually been on a real flow trail, this ain't it, folks. This section's always fun. A little bit of a drop to a Yahoo and to spicy meatball, which I haven't talked to a lot on the Trail 8 channel lately. Oh, thanks, folks. Just me. Even on the weekdays, told you guys watch out for hikers. And oh my God, I almost died. There's a hole in the trail, folks. Wow. Good thing I picked up. All right. If you want to go and ride links and go back up, you go left. We're going further, folks. This is a nice little shady section after all the sun. Enjoy the shade, because there ain't much of it here in the SoCal weather. And I always say this, and I'll say it again, because it's always a good reminder. Enjoy where the friggin' bike takes you. Enjoy the destination and the journey just as much, right? Might get kind of sick of me talking about that, but I'm reminding you guys, at the same time reminding me to take that like moment of presence and just enjoy where I'm at. Not at work, you know? I'm not stuck in traffic. I'm not on social media. I'm right here in the outdoors enjoying a beautiful morning in Aliso Woods, California. And that's that, folks. Maybe I'll get a meatball after this, a spicy one, who knows?
Oh, cool. Thanks a lot.
Treat yourself nice. Within reason, of course. You know, don't bring out the crack pipe because you earned it. Even though you might think you did. Maybe you did earn the crack pipe. It's just not good for you. Plus, it's illegal. And it's a really bad habit to get into. I'm not really speaking from experience, but I've heard enough testimonials to know crack ain't it. Take a right. All right, next up, we're gonna come to Mathis, which is a beast of a climb, probably the biggest climb in Aliso, one of the most dreaded climbs in SoCal. Man, it's hot out right now. It's only 10:30. Feels about 80 degrees, no shade zone. That's how it goes here in the summer in SoCal. Onward and upward. All right, top of Mathis. What a grind that place is. We're at Westridge once again. Right now, we're gonna head up to Top of the World, bang a left, and go into the neighborhood a little bit. Hit up a really fun, flowy, switchbacky blue trail called Meadows. Look at this. Once the marine layer blows off, the sun's out, and it definitely gets hot, but the views open up like crazy up here. Look at that. Let's get a little appreciation station in, folks. Top of the World is straight ahead. You'll know you're getting there because you can see the tennis courts and all that stuff, and it's about 10 degrees cooler up here because you have a beautiful ocean breeze. Ooh, it feels good right now. Once you're on those trails sometimes in the valley, you just have stagnant air. Another cool thing about Top of the World, if you brought a water bottle like me, it's a good filling station.
What? Yeah.
All right, from top of the world, we're leaving. We're heading into the cul-de-sac, and we're gonna take this sucker straight. Little outsider update. I like to do these every few videos. Show I just watched that I recently really liked was called Presumed Innocent. It's on Apple TV, really good crime thriller. I like those kind of suspenseful shows that kind of grab you in and you can binge.
How is he? Do you think he'd be able to answer a few questions?
No way, his lips are burned.
So what, he'll never be able to talk again?
Oh, he'll talk again, but you just have to give him a couple of weeks.
Thanks, nurse.
We didn't get that when we were kids. As a 90s kid, VHS was my only focus. That, and when I got home from school, I turned on HBO. Whatever's on, I was watching. It's probably why I've seen the same movies 100 times when I was a kid. A book I just finished is called Nightingale. I've been reading a lot lately. It's about World War II. And for some reason, in the last few months, I've gotten pretty obsessed with World War II. Like, I started learning about it through documentaries. Then I started reading some books on it. I read a book about Churchill. And you really kind of learn how crazy things were and how normalized the mentality came of like terror. And just how nutty even Hitler was. Dude turned into a drug addict towards the end and hid in the bunker and killed himself with a cyanide pill. Whack job. And millions of people were following this nutto. Anyway, enough about World War II on the bike ride, Tony. What are you doing? All right, when you come to the downhill section, you'll know it when you see it. Watch your speed because it's kind of blind right here. And the trail's gonna come up quick. You'll see the top of the world trail sign. Watch out for hikers. Sometimes I like to blast down this, but it's kind of dangerous if someone's coming up the other side. Hey, we got lucky. There we go. Another beautiful section of Laguna Beach. This ride's kind of cool because it kind of takes you and transports you in different areas of the trail system. Make a little downhill section real quick and enjoy the speed and the view. So good for your mental health. The bike ride always just clears my mind and makes me feel like mentally it puts me in a different place during the ride and after. For the rest of the day, I'm just kind of floating. The longer the ride, the better you feel. It's kind of how it feels. All right, let's drop right in, folks. Meadows is gonna be on your left-hand side. It's the first trail you're gonna find. Can't miss it. There's a big sign out front. Stay left. Like I said, this is kind of a blue trail. I don't know if there's a lot of hikers on this I see, but they do jump on it. So just keep that in mind. Now, as always, kind of keep your eyes open. Look where you want to go, not at your front tire. Them's the rules no matter what in mountain biking. And it's summer here in SoCal, so these trails in the wintertime get a little tacky. You get a little bit of hero dirt, a little bit of moisture. But you can count on the summer being hard packed, dusty, and pretty loose. This trail is more hard packed than anything. People make fun of this trail because it's not the Laguna Steeps, or it's not some double black diamond. Great trail to practice your turning, your braking, get the feel of the bike as an intermediate to beginner rider even. Bring this into your rides. It doesn't always have to be the gnarliest ride, you know what I mean? You don't always have to scare yourself for it to be fun. Those days are fun, don't get me wrong, and they're good for progression, but this is a different kind of progression. Man, I was on that Central Coast ride about a month ago. You guys saw that Montana de Oro video? I didn't know it at the time, but I got poison oak on my arm. Didn't shower after without realizing it, and it spread all over my friggin' body. The worst I've ever had poison ivy. It's kind of hard to do these turns and talk at the same time. It's hard to concentrate. All right, Tony, you can do it. I was oozing, itching. I went through like the calamine lotion spray. Went through about 5 bottles over the course of 3 weeks. It just wouldn't go away. I had it on my stomach, my legs, both arms. I was a disgusting, slovenly, oozing mess. Suffering. God, it sucked. I don't know why medieval torture, they should have just gave people poison oak. You can't sleep, you can't sit still. That itching feeling doesn't go away. You guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Everyone's got it at some point. This was my turn. Don't get cocky in this trail. I know you want to. These turns come up quick and it always has a turn. There are barely any straightaways until you get to the bottom, which is kind of where we're at right now. Back into the land of luxury here, people. Look how smooth it is. All right, go left down the fire road, which is Wood Canyon. And we're gonna be on this for a while. This is the bottom layer of Aliso Woods. Top layer is Westridge. They parallel each other and the trails go down between them. If you're not familiar with the area, it's like a bike park almost, like Sky Park, up and down, you can go and do laps. This is why I like to do the Red Run today, because it makes it feel more like a loop rather than the typical up and down that we do here. Kind of mixes things up a little bit. You know, I love to figure out new ways to ride the trails that you're familiar with. It makes them new, it makes the ride feel fresh, and you don't feel like you're on autopilot just doing the same old stuff every time, you know? Mixing up the routine makes it nice, makes it real nice. Well, I have you. I mentioned a couple videos ago, I'm gonna keep the channel, but as far as doing it full time, I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna try to get back to my career a little bit. I've been applying to jobs in the social media marketing positions, the marketing, the copywriting, that field of marketing. And it's pretty interesting. The landscape has changed so much looking for jobs these days. It's so easy to apply to jobs, especially on LinkedIn with the easy apply. You're like one of like 400 candidates sometimes. How as a recruiter do you even figure out what's what? It's just too much. I'm antsy to do the next thing in life, you know, and try something new. It's a mentally healthy choice, I think. I'm all about the mental health this year, especially with my health scare. Health scare has really put things in perspective, brings up your mortality, adds to the anxiety, yeah, about life and what choices you have to make, how much life is left, all that kind of crazy stuff that doesn't seem real when you're younger, and then you get older, it becomes like a part of, you know, part of life, the things you have to accept. As cliche as it is, that old saying, whatever doesn't kill you make you stronger, it really is true. You know, you always learn something from the suffering you're put through, whether it's small or a lot. It helps you grow, people. If you can beat that, you can beat other stuff too. It gives you confidence, and I'm taking it with me. All right, we're coming up on Cholla. We're gonna take Cholla up today. A lot of the times, or previous videos, I've gone to Canyon View Park because I like to get a refill. There's a good water station there, pretty park. We got the refill on top of the world already, so we're gonna head left up Cholla. If you haven't climbed up Cholla, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Not so bad for me today on the e-bike, but yeah, kind of a technical climb in certain areas. Pretty steep, pretty switchbacky. That's all I got for you, folks. Watch out for the cactus. Booyah. All right, we're back where we started, folks. Well, not really. I have to take that back. Well, we're on Westridge. We started on Westridge, just a bit up. If you want to extend the ride, do another lap. Links is on the left-hand side right here. Go down it, take a left, and just wind back up the same way we just did. Add another trail in. A few hundred yards later, here we are, stair steps. Two options, just like before, just like I showed you. We're going left. You want to do the waterfall, go right. Like I said, lately I've been having more fun when I do this ride on the left-hand side of stair steps. Still a black trail, just not double black at the top. Still gotta keep your eyes open. Don't take any trail for granted, folks. I've learned that the hard way. Whenever you're not paying attention and you're thinking everything's fine, you take the trail for granted, it'll bite you in the ass. Every time. Woo! Dusty. Still a little chunky. All right, here's the bottom of the waterfall. This is where the trails meet up. Really chunky trail. It's not that long, but yeah, it'll give you a ride. Definitely one of those trails that's more confidence inspiring the more you ride it. Especially with getting used to the conditions here in SoCal. Slippery. there she goes, folks. This is where we pulled in. This is the first initial ride that we took up. Watched for cars. And yeah, on that note, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me gab the whole time. Like, subscribe, join me on Patreon. If you want to support the channel further, we'll be getting back to group rides next month. Over and out.